Have you been frustrated by the silver price? Wondering how you hear about all this demand coming for silver from industry, from investors even. But over the last few years, have you noticed something? The silver price seems to be relatively stagnant, especially over the last year or so. It feels like silver has been stuck between, I don't know, maybe $22 per ounce and $26 per ounce, just fluctuates within that range. But we keep hearing about all this crazy demand for silver. We have an answer for you. I read a piece by a gentleman named Ted Butler that I think shines a big light as to why the silver price just isn't going anywhere when the fundamental laws of supply and demand would indicate otherwise. We should have what? What do you think? $28 silver? $30 silver? What Mr. Butler talks about is very important, and I'm going to share it with you right now. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, or platinum, do yourself a favor and check out Pimbex, the online precious metals bullion dealer and sponsor of Ron's Basement. I was a happy customer before they offered to support the channel. You'll find they have the best prices, quality, and service. I think Pimbex is best, and you will too. And be sure to tell them that you're from Ron's Basement. While our numbers are growing, there just aren't a lot of us silver and gold investors. We got to stick together. So I want you to know it's a big deal to me when you decide to spend time here in the basement. It's a big, big honor. I want you to come back. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section below. You don't have to agree with me. You don't even have to like me. I just want you to be engaged. We want more and more people to get interested in the benefits of silver and gold because a lot of us have grown frustrated, especially with silver over the last few years. Is the price ever going to go up? I know it's a great opportunity for us to buy more ounces when the price is down, but a lot of us already have what we consider, and maybe you're in the same boat. You have enough silver. You're ready for the price to go up. And you hear constantly, the demand for silver is going through the roof. Industrial demand for silver is going through the roof. Well, why isn't the price of silver yet reflecting that? Right now, the silver mining industry produces, let's say, 800 million to 900 million ounces a year. Mr. Ted Butler brought up a good point, if I read what he said correctly, in that right now, industrial demand is pretty much accounting for all of the production that's coming from the silver mining industry. And we also know that the amount of silver being produced by the mining companies, it's actually going down. So we have industrial demand and mine output. Industrial demand is going up and up and up, okay? And mining output, according to the Silver Institute, is going down, down, down. That makes an imbalance, which should result in a much higher price. That's not even factoring in investor demand. So how is it that demand can be up here, but supply down, and they're moving in opposite directions, but the silver price just isn't moving? It's real simple. Mr. Butler pointed out that over the last 3 years, the amount of silver held in the COMEX inventories, held in the big electronic exchange inventories in their warehouses, has actually dropped by almost 400 million ounces. That's where it's coming from. But the good news for us silver investors is that can't go on forever. Actually, the inventories in those warehouses are getting precariously low. The amount of silver held in the SLV ETF is going down, has gone down, and also contributed to that 400 million ounce number. Look, guys, that can only be sustained for so long. At some point, we hear it all the time. Physical demand overwhelms the electronic market. At that point, we will get true price discovery for silver. And many of us, well, we've been waiting for a while, haven't we? It has given us a great opportunity to acquire ounces at a lower price. Fortuna Silver Mines is a global intermediate gold and silver producer. Since 2005, Fortuna's best-in-class management has delivered impressive growth and profits. Fortuna's solid financial position and operational expertise allows for performance in any precious metals price cycle and provides a foundation from which to harvest great profits in more favorable metals markets. Investing in Fortuna is an investment in quality, long-term, sustainable production of in-demand precious and base metals. But just looking at industrial demand alone, in the coming 5 to 10 years, the projections are overwhelming. Demand is on schedule to go up and up and up and up. And supply from the mining sector, down, down, down. We know there's big issues in Mexico, which provides 30% of the mine supply. We know anywhere you look in the world, silver is becoming increasingly more difficult to find. It's hard to find deposits. It's even harder to get the money to build mines, to get permits. From a supply perspective, we most likely, at least over the next 10 years, will see a further and further constriction. Because the reality is, mining companies in the silver sector are starved for cash, starved for capital. They're barely making money right now. If they're making any money at all, it costs $20 or $22 to get an ounce of silver out of the ground. So there's no big investments being made into future production. Very few companies are exploring or developing new silver mines. So when the market does turn, here's the great news. Okay, a couple big bonus features for you here. Number one, when the investors come back, that will be a whole new supply of demand for silver. But on the supply side, with the pipeline becoming drier and drier, less and less capital, they can't just turn a switch and turn silver mines on. It takes 5, 10, 15 years to go through the exploration, development, permitting, and then actually having a mine built, and then you got to hope that the mine is successful. Hey, I know it's been hard times to be invested in the silver sector, but boy, when you take a step back, do you see what I see? I see a very rosy scenario as we look out over the coming 5 to 10, 20 years. And that's one thing about us silver investors. We are willing to wait. Sit tight and know that we are right. Just my opinion. Do your own due diligence. I appreciate you joining me here in the basement, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you soon.